close of the 12th century AD. As I said, there was very heavy and successful resistance from the Indian forces towards any attempt by the Ghaznavites after 1020 AD to come into interiors of India. And in fact, the Ghaznavites kept getting defeated by the Indian forces. However, then the Ghaznavites themselves were uprooted and conquered by the Ghurids from Afghanistan, and they then became the central invading force on the Indians. And there was this Sultan from whose name was Muhammad Ghori, Shahabuddin Muhammad Ghori, who then tried to enter India, but he came face to face with the Indian kingdoms like the Chalukyas in Gujarat or the Chauhans in Northwest. And in fact, in a battle in Gujarat, he was defeated by a queen named Naiki Devi around 1178 AD. And a decisive defeat which pushed him back to Afghanistan where he came from. Then he invaded the Northwest India through another route and tried to take on the Chauhans and was defeated in the first battle of Tarain by Prithviraj Chauhan. Of course, later on he defeated Prithviraj on the second battle of Tarain, but the significance of that contest between Ghori and Chauhan was that the Islamic forces, the Turkic forces were able to enter the hinterland, the main land of India, which is the plains of North India. So this goes to show that always there will be pressure on India from that side, and that is why the context of the recent India-Pakistan conflict and Operation Sindhoor is important. Because it was after this that the slave dynasty was established in India, the Mamluk dynasty, the Islamic slave dynasty, and then a number of kingdoms arose within India, North India, because the Islamic kingdom, the slave dynasty, was overcome by the Khiljis, and then the Khiljis were succeeded by the Tughlaqs, and the Tughlaqs were then overcome by Mahmud Lang, who again was a bloodthirsty conqueror from Central Asia. Again, the threat came from that side. So this threat will never cease. And whenever India's defenses are weak, it will try to come through. So the defenses always have to remain strong. And that's what Operation Sindhoor has shown. After that, the Tughlaqs were succeeded by the Sayyids, and the Sayyids by the Lodhis. The Lodhis ruled North India, but then they fought among themselves. And after Sikandar Lodhi, his successor Ibrahim Lodhi was a much weaker emperor. And that's when again a threat came from Northwest, when Babur, the Mughal, who was ruling from Kabul, made attempts to enter India. And it was in his fifth attempt that he reached what is called the gates of Delhi. He reached an Agra, which is called Panipat, and he defeated Ibrahim Lodhi in the first battle. Then the Mughals came to power, and from 1526 AD, barring interruption by the Suri dynasty, they ruled till they also became weak. And after that, it was the Marathas who practically ruled India, the large parts of India, and they were actually protectors of the Mughal Empire, or whatever remained of it at that point of time, and they reached as far as Attack in Peshawar, the extreme northwest of India. But again, a threat came in the form of the Afghan king, Ahmad Shah Abdali, around the 1750s. He tried to keep entering North India. The Marathas faced it up to him. At times they defeated his armies, but in a fateful battle in 1761, the Marathas were defeated. Although Abdali also suffered so badly in the battle that he also went back. Then It was the turn of the British who defeated the Marathas and captured India, practically the most of India from them. Of course, they also defeated in the process the Sikh kingdom of Maharaja Ranjit Singh's successors, the Awadh kingdom of Shuja'ud-Dawla, Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan in Mysore. But by and large, this threat was more from the sea. But the fact is, the threat can come from any direction today. And that's very important to understand for the defense of India.